Hello everyone, in this video we will see what are the different methods of cell referencing. I have attached a screenshot here to show you what are the different methods to write some value in your cells. Here you can see we can use both range and cell for its referencing. We can also select a whole row and column width and make some changes. Let me show you practical example of cell referencing. Let me open my Excel book. So, if for example you come across you in your day-to-day life, you want to write some value in your cell. So how are you going to do it? Let me first record a macro to show you guys. I write the name of macro and then click OK. The button below shows as the macro is recording. I just stop the macro. The macro which I have created its reference underscore cells and added this macro. So if you want to highlight or if you want to write some value in range A1 which is highlighted by this cell, we can use simple cell referencing. First we need to specify where this sheet is present. So worksheet, then we need to give the sheet name dot range A1 dot value equal to VBA. If I want to write in range A1 VBA, then using this dot range dot value method, we can write it in your Excel file. Let me run this using this button. Here you can see the VB is written. Similarly, if you want to write some value, some tags in this highlighted region, then this is similar task. You just copy the syntax from above and need to change the referencing, so range referencing. So let's start from B3 to B3. Okay. Write the macro again and VB is written here. Similarly, if you want to write some text or some value in A5 to C6, the syntax is same. You need to change the range referencing. You need to change the range of cell referencing. So it starts with A5 and then it goes to C6. Then I'm working and VB is written. Similar tasks can also be performed by using different differential referencing. Like for example, if I start from A5 to C5 and comma and then C6 to A6 to C6 actually. It's A6 to C6 and run the macro again by writing VBA underscore 1. If I debug this code by using F8 button, it will go to each part of the code and run that part. See, the range A1 is updated to VBA, and then B3 to D3 is updated to VBA. The range A5 was updated to VBA, and then again it's updated to VBA underscore 1. So we can change some value using both the methods. If similar way, if you want to highlight some range, but you want to miss some spaces, okay, so like same thing, but here you will go A8 and then comma and then C8. I again debug this code and you can see the VBA is written in A8 and C8 cell. The similar task can also be performed by using cells, by referencing cells. For example, if I want to write some value in cell H, so same we go to worksheets with a specified sheet dot cells. Here we can see cells is row and column. So it's a row 1, but column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but it's 8 column. Dot value is equal to VBA underscore 3. If I again run the macro, let me run the macro, you can see here. So VBA underscore 3 is written here. Similarly, if you want to select a whole row or if you want to select whole range of rows, then you can simply specify from again from worksheet. If there is only one sheet and which is active sheet, we don't need to specify again its value, its reference. We just go to range A1 and A1 dot row height to 20. Similarly, if I want to change the column height, so specify, need to specify the column. Like when we select something, we need to specify the column JJ to KK and its column height, column GIGST height. It's also 20. Let me run the macro again. Let me delete everything and run the macro again one by one. The VBA is written at A1 and then B3 and D3 and then some issue from so debug in JJ. Okay, so I have to write this. So it's column width. And you can see the row column width is increases. But why this? There is no value in here. So let me check again the code. Okay, so I have highlighted. Okay, and then I plug in, and this time I give the value 30 and and 40 and run the macro. You can see the column height and row height. It's change. In order to save your macro, you need to save your macro in macro enable workbook and then save it. Okay, I delete this and run the macro again. You can see everything works. In next video, we will see how to find a last row in your data sheet and last column in your data sheet. Thank you, everyone.